what is toxic positivity, and how do you know if you are being toxic positive, if that's even a phrase? Quite simply, every feeling that we have has a frequency. So the frequency of shame, of guilt is a low frequency. And then as you go up the scale, you've got anger. So although anger is maybe considered a negative emotion, a negative feeling, it still has a higher frequency than shame and guilt, because it does require some sort of prana and energy in the system. And then obviously as you go up, you've got like joy, love, abundance at the top end. So toxic positivity, I'm trying to say toxic positivity. No, yeah, that's right. Toxic positivity is when you go from shame, a feeling of like maybe a low frequency, so shame or guilt, to a high level in a blink of an eye. So the scale, we can use a scale every day, and I love using the scale throughout my day. I love teaching people to use a scale when I'm doing one-to-one coaching. It's just such an incredible tool for us to use. But what we really want to consider is going up the scale maybe by 2 or 3 emotions. So let's say, for example, you're feeling angry about something, and you recognize you're feeling angry, and you're aware of it, but nevertheless you're feeling anger. If you can go up 3 emotions on that scale and increase the frequency to 3 emotions, you're gonna land on blame. If you can go to 4, you'll land on worry. Okay, and that's why the scale of emotions tool is such a great tool to use, because you've got this opportunity to see how you can elevate the frequency and choose again, right? Recognize we are not the thought, choose again. Where toxic positivity comes in is when we try and do these massive leaps and massive jumps, and we're not honoring and recognizing the feeling or the sensation. And not that we have to sit in it, but we move out of that feeling and sensation through yoga, conscious breathing, getting prana in the system, getting energy in the system, meditation, mantra, all of these things like build the prana in the system. So toxic positivity is when we're at, let's say we're at anger, and we jump 13 up the scale of emotion by 13 different emotions to land on happiness, to land on positive expectations, positive belief and happiness. And there's the body that recognizes that we've swung let's say we're almost like a pendulum. We've swung the pendulum from a feeling of anger, which is on sort of the lower scale, to a feeling of happiness. And like a pendulum, it'll swing, but because we're swinging it such polarity, all it can do is really swing back. So instead of coming to that neutral mind of centeredness and awareness and feeling great, but feeling in reverence for ourselves, we're trying to trick our mind and we're trying to trick ourselves. And if you try and trick the ego, like, it'll just trick you right back. Like, you don't even play with this, don't even bother playing with the ego, right? We elevate through energy. We elevate through prana. We don't elevate by trying to trick the ego. I mean, there's definitely tools in that way a little bit, but like, let's not even go there in this conversation. So that's basically when you can recognize if you're in that toxic positivity. Look at the scale of emotion, and are you trying to go up the scale to a place that actually doesn't feel in reverence for how you are feeling? And when we do want to shift ourselves up that scale of emotion, you come back to what tools work for you. It's going to be different for everyone. Some of us it's going for a run, some of us it's being in nature, some of us it is meditating, some of us it's visualizing, some of us it's replaying the scenario that's maybe made us angry, but with a different ending. So there's all these different tools that you can use. So anyway, I hope you found that helpful. If you did, feel free to like and subscribe, and feel free to share as well. And feel free to pop over to melaniejdeen.com, because I've got some amazing meditations and a free manifesting workshop as well that you can take a look at and do. Also, there's some courses on my website for those of you who want to delve a little bit deeper. But lovely to hear from you. If you want to drop me a message as well. Take care. Bye.